Welcome back to My View. It's a promise we've heard again and again.
We will drill, baby, drill.
We're going to drill, baby, drill. It's going to bring down prices, and your energy costs are going to go way down.
We have more liquid gold under our feet than any nation on earth, and by far, it's called drill, baby, drill.
And now that President Trump is back in office, it's about to become a reality because the Trump agenda promises to make American energy both accessible and abundant. And with demand rising at an unprecedented rate, it's Energy Secretary Chris Wright's job to make it a reality, to cut through unnecessary red tape, to propel energy innovation, and reverse the destructive mandates of the Biden administration. And Secretary Wright joins us now. Secretary, thank you so much for taking some time to be with us today. Your first order as Secretary of Energy is entitled Unleashing the Golden Era of American Energy Dominance. Tell everybody what that means and how it's going to impact everyday Americans.
Oh, you bet, Laura. Look, the society that has the lowest cost, most secure, a most reliable energy system, has the best quality of life for its citizens, the greatest competitive advantages for its businesses, that's a society ready to thrive. The political interventions, expensive, unreliable, government-controlled energy systems, that's a train wreck. And I believe President Trump was elected to bring back common sense and make energy thrive, unleash American energy. And I could not be more proud and happier to be part of this team.
We want to not just be energy independent, we want to be energy dominant. I know that's a big push of President Trump's and something that you agree with. But you always have China, Secretary, as top of mind and kind of looming in the background. How can the United States better compete with China? And what's already been done in the name of unleashing American energy dominance?
Well, you're right. China's our greatest geopolitical threat for sure. And they run China Inc. They'll lose money in this sector or that sector if it helps the whole team, Team China, get more leverage over the world. We need to be very concerned about that. Mining, critical minerals, the whole supply chain for wind and solar and batteries, that's dominated by China. Fortunately, wind, solar, and batteries today are 3% of global energy. Hydrocarbons, oil, gas, and coal are 85% of global energy. And today, the United States is by far the biggest producer of oil and natural gas. China is the biggest importer of oil and natural gas on the planet. So we've got some inherent advantages that we were crippling, hamstringing our use of those advantages under the Biden administration. But under President Trump, we will make full use of these tremendous advantages and, in fact, expand them tremendously.
You and President Trump both hosted a closed-door meeting at the White House with some of the nation's top oil executives. Is there anything you can tell us about what happened in that meeting?
What was funny about that meeting is none of those people had been in the White House for 4.5 years. They were not allowed to be seen with anyone in the Biden administration. They shared barriers, rolling eyes, frustration in their faces, talking about all the things they dealt with in the last 4 years. And the president listened to them and was just pragmatic. You guys got to produce more oil and gas. That'll be good for American consumers, good for our industry. And give us specific barriers that are in your way, and we'll look into them immediately and address them. And boy, we got a long list, which we are hard at work on right now.
Well, one of the other goals that you have at Department of Energy is you say to modernize the American nuclear stockpile. What does that mean? What does that look like?
So look, the United States during World War II in the Manhattan Project, an incredible achievement. We developed the world's first atomic weapon. It brought World War II to an earlier ending, saving tens or hundreds of thousands of American lives and setting us up to win the Cold War. Tremendous achievement. Then we had, the peace dividend. We went through a period, about 3 decades, without making any new nuclear weapons, which meant our whole arsenal was getting older, was getting obsolete. So what we need to do now is just modernize. We don't need to grow our nuclear stockpile, but modernize our weapons, make sure everything is in tip-top shape. The best thing about nuclear weapons is to not use them, and to not use them The world has to have 100% confidence that America leads the world in the weapons technology, the reliability, and the assessment of our stockpile. We're in good position today, but we're going to be in a much better position in a few years. Again, with a president that's focused on that.
Well, let me ask you about the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. It was fully drained, as you say, during Biden's tenure as president. Tell everybody why that is so important, why that is vital, and how do you even go about refilling it at this point?
President Trump said, look, half of the oil in our Strategic Petroleum Reserve was drained for electoral reasons. And then they said maybe they'd refill it and they put a few barrels in here and a few barrels there. But it's still today barely over half full. And that just puts America at risk. So we will immediately start refilling the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. You can't fill it as fast as you can drain it. So this is going to take some time. And by draining it so fast, they did some damage to the facilities and the salt caverns underground where oil is stored. So we're also having to spend money to repair that damage, repair the surface equipment, and then get oil flowing the other way to put the interest of American citizens and the security of our country first. Not politics, citizens.
Well, Secretary Chris Wright, we're so glad that you're there, that you're working alongside President Trump to make sure these very important things happen. Thank you so much for spending a little time with us tonight.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.